Greetings and salutations, my lovely little bytelings. My name is Wiggy, and today I've got a different kind of video for you guys today. Today I'm going to be showing you how to download, install, and translate Monster Hunter Online into English. Now, I wasn't sure if I should make this kind of video as I personally didn't have too much trouble doing it. And it doesn't actually take that long, it doesn't require a whole lot. It's a lot of waiting around. But I've been asked multiple times to make this kind of guide before, so I thought, might as well do it. Okay, so rambling over, let's get into how to do this. To start off, you will need to make a QQ account. Strange name, I know, but it is called a QQ. So the first thing you're going to need to do is go to this specific website. You'll need to type this into your URL bar, and it will take you to this place. What you're going to need to do is put in your nickname and then your password. Now, after you've put in your password, you will need to put in your phone number and your region. I put Australia, which is +61, as that is the Australian code. You can easily find your region by just searching through the list. Once you've put in your phone number, click the send button, wait for the SMS to be received, and then type in the SMS. Once you've done that, you will receive your QQ. Now, if you click the little square with the pen icon next to it, it will download a notepad file with your QQ code inside it, automatically saved. Or you can make up your own notepad file or WordPad file and save the QQ yourself. Either way is good. Just make sure that you've saved it onto your computer, as retrieving your QQ if you end up losing it is very difficult. Now that you've signed up for your QQ, time to download Monster Hunter Online's launcher. Now you will need to go to this website to download Monster Hunter Online. Also, do note you should be doing this in Google Chrome, as it is very easy to navigate these Chinese websites, as you can translate the page. So once you're on this website, you'll need to go to the download page, which is the green button right here. Translate the page. Now, once you're on this page, you will need to go down to the red square. This is the download. Click it. I'll just wait for it to finish downloading. Depending on your internet speed, it'll take longer or shorter. Now you're going to want to open that up and allow it access to your computer. You don't really have to worry about the download location for this. This isn't the whole download for Monster Hunter Online. This is essentially downloading the launcher, and then once the launcher is downloaded, the launcher then downloads the game. But if you do want to, that's perfectly fine, but it's not required. Now, as you can see, it is downloading at a relatively good speed. I personally don't have a bad connection to Monster Hunter. What you're going to need to do is just let this download. So this is when you have to first start waiting. This is the waiting game. Now, I'm not going to sit here for the whole duration of it downloading, so I will cut to once it's done so that we can continue this installation. Okay, so now that it's done, you will have a setup.exe. What you're going to need to do is run this exe. Now, this is when you're going to need to pay attention closely to what I'm talking about. So to start off, in the bottom left of this installation window, there's a little square with Chinese writing. This little box will mute the volume that the installer has if it bugs you. But since it personally doesn't bother me, I will leave it on, and I'm just going to click next, which is the bracket N. Do not click the bracket C, because that is cancel. Now for this next page, you will need to make sure to untick the little checkbox that is on the page. You do not want that. This will install unnecessary files onto your computer. These aren't viruses or anything, but they're generally something you don't need. To continue this installation, make sure to click the bracket I. Now on this page, you will need to make sure you untick everything once again to stop yourself from installing any unnecessary files. Now this next page is where you will choose where you want to install Monster Hunter Online to your computer. Now this is where mine is personally set up, as I don't really have any space on my actual hard drive. I need to put everything on my external hard drive, and even that is quite full. You can literally put your Monster Hunter Online folder anywhere you like. But as I've already installed Monster Hunter Online, I will have to install this to a new directory. Once you're done, just click the bracket I. Now this is when it starts to download the launcher. This is another part in which you will have to wait for. Depending on your internet connection, this could either take a while or not very long. I personally had to wait around 20 minutes to get this done, but once again, it could be longer for you or shorter. Okay, so now that that is done, you can proceed to click the bracket N once again to continue. Now on this page, you will be prompted with more checkboxes. Now you're going to want to untick the second option, as it will once again be trying to install files onto your computer that you don't need. So just make sure you untick the bottom one. Once you've done this, click the bracket F to finish the installation of the launcher. Once you click the bracket F, Monster Hunter Online will automatically open, so you will have to wait for it to load everything up. Also, do allow access to 10 safe Microsoft insert Chinese writing. Okay, now that that's done, you will have the launcher open like it is on my screen. Now this is where it will download Monster Hunter Online. As you can see, it says it'll take around 32 minutes for me to download Monster Hunter Online. It's going at a pretty good speed for me. Once again, this is my internet connection. You may have a slower internet connection and therefore it may be slower for you. Do note, you do not need a VPN for this, so you can literally use your own personal connection. No VPNs required. Okay, so now that that is done downloading, I am then stuck on the login screen. This is where you'll need to place your QQ and then your QQ password. Also, make sure to tick the checkbox that I just ticked, as this will save your QQ login information, which will be very handy as you cannot copy and paste your QQ. So what you're going to need to do is open your QQ notepad file and keep it on the side so that you can easily see the numbers. As I said, you can't copy and paste, you will need to manually type it in. So give me a moment and let me type mine in. Once that's done, you will need to type in your password, so just go ahead and do that. Then you'll need to click the giant yellow button. That will log you in. Now, if you get a window that pops up like this, all you need to do is click the little link to the side called jkyx.qq.com. As you can see, I zoomed in for you. That's the link you have to click. Now you'll be sent to this page. Now make sure you go to this page in Chrome so that you can easily translate it. What you're going to want to do is click the Click to Login button. Click the first option on the bottom left. This is where you'll need to place your QQ once again and your password. Now, if Google Chrome doesn't naturally translate the page for you, just right-click the page and click Translate to English. Now here, you'll need to fill in some information. The first is your name. Now, you don't have to put your actual name if you don't want to. Then it will ask you for a resident identity card number. Now, this sounds kind of intimidating, but it's actually quite easy to get around. And I'm going to show you how to get around this. Okay, so here is a long-ass code. Now, the first numbers you can put in at random. The next set of numbers is, of course, the year you were born in. Then it's the month you were born in, and then the day you were born in. And then another set of random numbers. Now, I separated the numbers for you so it was easy to see, so make sure you don't have that when you go to put the code in. I've already fixed up mine, so I don't need to fix it up, but generally just randomize the numbers and put in an actual birth date. Then for the contact address, you can literally use any kind of email you want. Okay, now that that's done, you should get a window that shows this, that you have successfully filled out this information. If you got this page, then you did it correctly, and congratulations, you have a QQ account. So now you can close out of that little window that popped up and click the yellow button. Then you'll be sent to the server selection screen. Now, if you click these servers at the bottom, you will see Chinese text in green, and some of them will have numbers and MS. Obviously, MS is your latency. So when you're choosing a server, try to choose one with the lowest you can find. Remember, this is a Chinese game, therefore there probably won't be anyone with really low MS, but try to get the lowest if possible. Once you've chosen your server, just click on the yellow button to get into the game. Now, we're going to go into the game before we put the English patch on because we want to verify that the game is working, because there's no point in applying the English patch if the game doesn't work. Now, this may take a minute to get into it, so don't be worried if you see the Monster Hunter login screen just kind of sitting there for a little while. It took me around 10 minutes, or at least it felt like 10 minutes to get into the game. So don't be alarmed if it takes a while the first time to get into it. And as you can see, all of the text is in Chinese. Nothing is translated and everything is in its normal default language. But as you can see, everything is working. So let's go ahead and close out of the game and start setting up the English patch. So the first thing we're going to need to do is get Discord. Now, I don't personally think I need to show you guys how to get Discord. You literally just download it, click install, and it's installed. Since I'm under the assumption you have Discord, just follow this link and click continue to Discord. This will send you to the Monster Hunter Online English patch group. They are amazing and they have translated Monster Hunter into a lot of English. They're absolutely fantastic. You should definitely make sure you're on this Discord because you'll stay updated with whenever they update the English patch. So what you're going to need to do is go to the most recent post with the newest English patch. Then click the download link, like I am doing right now. Now this English patch isn't too large. It may take you a few minutes to download, once again depending on your internet speed. Now I'm assuming it's done downloading, and if it is, you will have a RAR file. You're going to need to extract this RAR file into a folder. Once you've extracted it, you will get an exe. You're going to need to run this exe, but you're going to need to run this as administrator. If you do not, it will not work. So right click and click run as administrator. Then this little window will pop up. Now, as you can see, mine has already verified, but just in case yours does not automatically find your installation folder, I will show you how to manually navigate to your Monster Hunter Online folder to apply the English patch. Is go into preferences and then game folder. There, you will need to navigate manually to where your Monster Hunter Online folder is located. As I had to set up a secondary Monster Hunter installation to show you how to do all of this, I'm setting it up to be set to my Monster Hunter Online folder. Once that is done, go to your Monster Hunter Online folder and double-click the Monster Hunter Online shortcut called Monster Hunter Online. Also note that this patch doesn't stay applied if you close out of it. So you will need to keep this Monster Hunter English patcher open for the duration of your gameplay. If you close out of this, it will return back to Chinese, but if it stays open, it will stay in English. And as you can see, it now has English text. I'm going to click I'm a new hunter, and I will show you that it has English text. As you can see, the settings are all in English. Easy for you to change, window mode, resolution, the exit button. Now fix up your character in detail, knowing exactly what everything is. So as you can see, not everything is translated, which is understandable, as there is a lot of text in Monster Hunter Online to translate. So as you can see, the character window is mostly in English, if not everything is in English. We've got our inventory also in English. There's a lot of things translated. People who translated this worked very hard to translate as much as they can, and they're continuing to update their translations. So yeah, this is how you download, install, and patch Monster Hunter Online in English. As you can see, it wasn't that difficult. I did not run into any problems when reinstalling all of this for a second time. So if you do encounter any problems, I'll be sure to try and help you guys sort them out in the comment section. But generally, I didn't encounter anything, so if you follow what I say, you probably won't encounter any problems either. Basically, the most trouble you will have is actually downloading the game, as depending on your internet speed, it can take a while. But besides that, the actual installation process and the patching process is generally easy. Either way, I hope this was helpful to you guys, as this is a guide, and if you would like me to make more guides on how to get into, say, Dragon's Dogma Online, please let me know in the comments, as I would be fine making a video for that as well. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and as always, good day, night, or afternoon, wherever it is where you are, and I will see you guys in the next video.
We fell out of love like shooting stars, came crashing down, and we're building back up again now. I see your heart, see your mind.